Hi friends, I hope you're all doing well. So I ordered a horror DVD mystery box. So this come with 10 mystery DVDs. I thought it would be a fun video to do. I also just want to build up my collection a little bit more, so hopefully this is not stuff that I already own, but I hope to at least find some little hidden gems in this. The packaging has been really it's extreme, so luckily I've got my scissors with me, so we'll try and get into this package. I think what I'm hoping for is like the really sort of obscure ones. So this was ordered on eBay. The title of it is Mystery Job Lot 10 Horror DVDs Mix of Vintage and Modern Classic Horror Bundle. So it's a mystery job lot of 10 horror DVDs, includes a mix of vintage and modern classic horror films. The collection caters to fans from the horror genre with a variety of titles ranging from cult classics to newer releases. The DVDs are in great shape and will make perfect addition to any horror movie enthusiast's collection. The selection of films covers a range of different themes and subgenres, including supernatural horror, slasher films and psychological thrillers. This is a great opportunity to expand your collection or to get started on your horror movie journey. So yeah, I have quite high hopes for what is in our mystery box. So yeah, I own quite a lot of DVDs, so I'm hoping that at least a few of them aren't ones that I already own. But we'll just get into it and we'll just get started. I don't even know where to start with this. Okay. So it's just packaged in some wrap. I've tried not to see what's in here. I've seen a couple of them, but I'm just gonna pop it back down and we're gonna just pull from the box. So the first one that we have is a one I have never ever heard of, and that is Wakewood, with Aidan Gillen in it as well. The Dead Should Never Be Woken. It's a Hammer horror. Oh, I don't know this one. I have never ever heard of this, but that is a very interesting one to get first. Still grieving the death of their only child Alice, a young couple relocate to a remote town of Wakewood, where they stumble on a group of villagers practicing pagan rituals. They soon learn that this ritual has the power to bring back the dead and would allow them 3 days with their beloved daughter. Okay, this sounds quite interesting, but yes, I've never heard of this one before. If you have heard of any of these and think that they are worth it, just let me know in the comments. So the second one that we have, oh, Doomsday. I have seen this film. This is by director Neil Marshall, I believe. I really liked this film when I was quite young. That is a great find, I think. Neil Marshall also did the likes of Dog Soldiers and The Descent, so I remember enjoying this film. 27 years after an outbreak of the deadly Reaper virus kills millions, the disease erupts in London and threatens to wipe out the entire population. Hope lies with an elite fighting unit led by the deadly and beautiful Major Sinclair, but they have only 48 hours to find the cure in a devastated post-apocalyptic zone, deserted by the authorities and controlled by murderous gangs with a taste of human flesh. Yes, I watched this when I was quite young. I don't own this in my collection, so this is fantastic. So we're 2 for 2 for things that I don't own. But yeah, another great one. So the next one, this is the one that I did see when I opened the package, and that is Chernobyl Diaries. I have seen this one. Yeah, I have seen it. It's a found footage kind of... Is it a found footage kind of one? There's definitely like a recording device in it. I'm not sure if it's fully found footage or anything, but the box is really cool. This little slip disc, and then it's got the actual DVD inside. Chernobyl Diaries follows a group of 6 young tourists who are looking to go off the beaten path, hire an extreme tour guide. Ignoring warnings, he takes them into the city of Pripyat, the former home of the workers of the Chernobyl nuclear reactor. Now a deserted town since the disaster over 25 years ago, after a brief exploration of the abandoned city, The group soon find themselves stranded, only to discover that they are also not alone. Yeah, I remember seeing this when I was quite young. It's not something that I have rewatched by any means, but yeah, it's another great addition, I would say. It's definitely, again, not something that I already own, so yeah, this is the third DVD. So the next one that I have just pulled out is Fear.com. I have heard of this one. I have never seen it. I mean, look at that case. Is this an early 2000s DVD? That might be. So the big header on the back of the DVD is "One click and you're dead." Fear.com is a high-tech, stylish horror thriller. A series of bloody and strangely familiar deaths force New York City detective Mike Riley and a beautiful health examiner, Terry Houston. Together they investigate the mysterious crimes. The only link between the victims is their visit to a sick website. To find the mad killer who created the site, Mike and Terry are forced to log on into a horrifying netherworld of nightmare hallucinations and murder without mercy. I have heard this. I'm not sure if I've heard good things or bad things, but I've definitely heard of this and seen this cover. But again, it's something that I don't own as well. I can't wait to get into watching some of these that I'm getting. This is really interesting. The next one that we have, oh, The Grudge. I already own this one. I think I own the first two Grudge films, but this will be going into my donations, my donation pile, if there isn't even a pile. It could just be this one. So it's Sarah Michelle Gellar stars as an American nurse who has come to work in Tokyo. Following a series of horrifying and mysterious deaths, she encounters the vengeful supernatural spirit that possesses its victims, claims their souls, then passes the curse to another person in a spreading chain of horror. Now, she must find a way to break the supernatural spell or become the next victim of an ancient evil that never dies, but forever lives to kill. So this is the American remake of The Grudge. I do quite like this film. I've seen it a few times and yeah, it's great. It's a great addition. Just unfortunately I already own it, so we're just going to move on to the next one. So that was the first five DVDs, so this is the next 5 on the other side. So the first one that I am pulling out, I've not seen any of these ones. We have Sick Boy. Okay, I've never heard of this one. Yeah, this one looks really interesting. Every babysitter's worst nightmare. Got that one. Oh, Sick Boy is a skin crawler. Truly scary. Okay. Sick Boy has the character Lucy, a young woman who steps in for a friend to take a job babysitting for a young boy confined to his room due to a mysterious illness. Lucy begins to suspect the child's mother, played by horror legend Debbie Rochon, I've never heard of that person, is hiding something. The truth turns out to be far worse than she could imagine. So it doesn't really say anything about what it is. Never heard of this at all, so that's really cool. That'll be getting added to the collection. Up next we have... oh, okay, The Haunting of Margam Castle. Okay, based on a true story. So that is the cover of it. Yeah, I've never heard of this one either, so this is a really good mystery bundle. So for many years, the dark and foreboding Margam Castle, long considered one of the most haunted buildings in the UK, okay, so it's a UK setting, I do quite like that in films, has been abandoned, or so it seemed. An American research team take an interest in the castle's macabre history of unexplained deaths and supernatural sightings. They travel to Wales to stay at the castle, intending to conduct a series of experiments in parapsychology. But when the night falls, the research team's study goes awry and they're forced to fight for their lives when they incur the wrath of the vengeful spirits who live within the walls of Margam Castle. Okay, supernatural movies aren't necessarily my favourite type of horror, but this seems quite interesting. Again, it's not a one that I've heard of, so yeah, this will be getting a watch at some point. Okay, so up next, Oh, I have heard of this one. This is Thirst. Okay. Yeah, this one looks really good actually. I haven't seen it again, so that's fantastic. So a priest becomes a vampire, another man's wife is coveted, a deadly seduction triggers murder. Thirst is the new film from director Park Chan-wook. So it's a Korean horror. Doesn't really say anything other than it's about vampires, but I kind of got that from the title and the cover of it. This looks really interesting. I'm very excited to give this one a watch. This might be top of the list for me personally. I'll just move on to the next one. So the next one we have is 28 Days Later. This might be a nicer copy than my copy of 28 Days Later. So this might get on the shelf and my other one might go into the donations box. These discs look fantastic as well, so really good quality. 28 Days Later is one of my favourite zombie films. It's definitely in my top 3 zombie films. I say zombie, people don't consider it a zombie film. I personally consider it a zombie film. There are some more infected films that I don't consider them zombie films, but I consider this one a zombie film. So a powerful virus is unleashed, transmitted in a drop of blood and devastating within seconds. The virus locks those infected into a permanent state of murderous rage. Within 28 days, the country is overwhelmed and a handful of survivors begin their attempts to salvage a future, little realising that the deadly virus is not the only thing that threatens them. Love this film. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend this film. 28 Years Later I saw last month and it was genuinely, it's my favourite film of the year. I absolutely loved it. I am from the northeast of England, if you can't tell, so seeing a lot of northeast references, and it's like for instance seeing Lindisfarne and the Angel of the North and you know all of these things, it was great to see a film that is based around the area that I know. So yeah, it's my favourite film of the year so far. This will be either getting swapped out once I just check the edition that I have, but one of these are going to go into the donation sort of pile. So I think we're down to our last DVD. Okay, I'm excited now. So the last one in this thing, the last one in here we have, The Messengers with, okay, I'm really excited about this actually. So this is The Messengers with Kristen Stewart and Dylan McDermott. If I just show the cover there. I have not seen it, but I have heard of it. I do quite like Kristen Stewart as well. After 2 tough years in Chicago, the Solomon family retreat to a desolate sunflower farm in North Dakota. Their search for a quiet life in the country is shattered when 16-year-old Jess, played by Kristen Stewart, and 2-year-old brother Ben begin to see a nightmarish apparitions. Visions that nobody else can see. Jess must battle with forces far from beyond the grave in a desperate hope to save her family and prove her sanity. Yes, so this also seems quite interesting. I have heard of this one and I do like the cast. So that is another successful find. And just been checking the discs as I've been going through it. They all look decent. This was a great purchase, I think. A lot of horror that I don't own or haven't seen. Hello. I've had this package for a few days and my partner here has been desperate to find out what I got. So come on, I'll just move along. You get in the shot. We'll have a little look. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. So yeah, the only 2 that I already own is The Grudge and 28 Days Later. All of these are ones that I don't have.
Well, that's good.
So the first one we got, so The Messenger.
Okay.
With Kristen Stewart and Dylan McDermott. So
okay. Never heard of that.
No, I've heard of it, but I've not seen it. This one, it looks really interesting. It's a Korean vampire film.
Okay. Nice.
The Haunting of Margam Castle.
Yeah, I don't know if that looks good. Simon Bamford, isn't it?
Oh, is he? From Hellraiser. Sick Boy.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
I've seen this one before, Doomsday. It's by Neil Marshall.
Well, that's okay.
I quite liked this
Fine
one.
one to get.
And Wakewood with Aidan Gillen.
Oh, it's a hammer. An instant horror classic. No one's heard of it. Well, at least you got some ones you didn't have.
That's really, I think it's a really good stack really. That Thirst one is one that really piques my interest. If you want to buy your own mystery bundle, I'll drop a link from the eBay page in the description, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. If there's any of these films that you've seen that you recommend or necessarily don't recommend, leave a comment, let me know, and it'd be great just to hear your guys' opinions. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye!